The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And welcome to day 3 of our American League West Pennant Chase. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 9th day of September 2022. Then the first chance that anyone has pretty much had check. If you want it to go in chess terms, the California Angels have 2 more games here with the Royals, and if they win either one of them, it's over. The Angels won 8-4 yesterday in a game that pretty much was a nail-biter for everybody, and so now with 5 games to go in the season, a win today, or if we need to on Sunday, wins the division, or we get to next week, the final weekend of the 85 season. It's 3 against Texas in Arlington as the A's play the Royals, and so that would be any combination of 2 California wins or 2 Kansas City losses. Some sort of combination gives California the division. They are in the driver's seat. So if the Angels win today, the playoffs start Tuesday. If the Angels win Sunday, the playoffs start Tuesday. If Kansas City wins these both, then we will go with double headers on Tuesday, Wednesday, and until it's done. And as a 14-year-old kid, I'd have been delighted to have seen flash on my screen the last weekend of the season, NBC say, any meaningful game. And so if the Royals win the next 2, you get to see some Ranger baseball. How about that? Or you get to see some Oakland A's baseball. How about that? But for now, California's destiny is in their own hands. 5 days left. They have a 3-game lead. They win today. They win the pennant. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1985. Tonight, from Royals Stadium in Independence, Missouri, it is the Kansas City Royals and the California Angels. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com. The best darn podcast on the web, 150 episodes strong, by the way, for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Mr. Protractor, how are you? Yeah, that was fun. Terry was a good guest, wasn't he? How you doing, Big Dave? So the Blue Jays scouts are here. They've enjoyed some barbecue, Kansas City style, and we'll see whether it's the Angels or the Royals, depending on, well, right now, as I said, it's all in the hands of California. Win one of the next 2 games, and they're in. It's Toronto. And so Bud Black's job is to stop that. Good. Good. So this is Bud Black's last start of the replay. He is 16-11 with a 3.46 ERA. Against California, he's only made 1 start, and they beat him. Yeah, I'm looking for the playoffs, too. 7 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs against California. 4 of those were earned and 3 walks. 0-1 with a 5.14 ERA. Black last pitched on the 27th against the Twins. No decision in a game that the Royals lost 8-7. 5 2/3 for the lefty. 108 pitches, 8 hits, 7 runs, 4 earned. He gave up 2 homers, walked 1 while striking out 5. So for Black, 231 1/3, 230 hits, 100 runs, 89 of those earned, 18 homers. He's walked 62 while striking out 147. And for this one, I am running the Royals. The computer is running the Angels. If we have a Sim Sunday, I will run the Angels and the computer will run the Royals. Here is the Angels lineup against the lefty. Brian Downing in left will lead off. Rod Carew, who I think had announced his retirement at this point, win, lose, or draw, will bat second and play first. Juan Beniquez in right will go third. Doug DeCinces at third cleans up. Bobby Grinch at second bats fifth. Reggie Jackson, the DH, will go sixth. Gary Pettis in center will bat seventh. Dick Schofield at short goes 8th, and Bob Boone behind the plate will bat 9th. Ron Romanic and his 120 pitches. Yeah, how you doing, Braves fan? For life, good day, John. Ron Romanic has the first crack for California to pitch the Angels into the playoffs. And Sunday starter, if we do indeed play Sunday, I think is Don Sutton. Defensively for the Royals, Lonnie Smith a 4 and a 5 in left, Willie Wilson an 8 and an 8 in center. Pat Sheridan is in right today. He's a 5 and a 5. George Brett a 7 at third. Buddy Biancalana an 8 at short. Frank White an 8 at second. Steve Balboni a 5 at first. Jim Sumberg an 8 and a 9 behind the plate. Black not great defensively. He's a 4 with a .900 fielding percentage. But for the Royals, maybe that's their strength if they were able to pull this off, is their defense. But they have 5 games left. This is game 158, and they are 3 back. And so, as Elvis would sing, it's now or never. And for the Royals, they want to be held tight. It's amazing how close these games get, isn't it, John? Downing, 263, 20 homers, and 86 RBI. Almost spot on from real life. It is a rainy night here, by the way, and so that could be a huge factor. Winds blowing out to left center at 15 and 62 degrees. So everyone here is bundled up. Their nerves are raw, and the air is raw. And Black starts this one with a walk. It's simple. It's win and in. Who do we want to win? I want the weekend off. I want California to win. Rod Carew at 270, no homers and 32 RBI. So this could be our last regular season stream. We could be streaming all the way to next Thursday, depending on what happens over these next 5 days. Pitch to Carew. Rod hits one into right center. That's a base hit. Sheridan fields it off the wall. Downing will hold at third. And the Angels, well, they're coming out hungry. They've got 2 on and nobody out for Juan Beniquez. Juan at 305, 8 homers and 51 RBI. And the Royals, that leash needs to be short. This is an elimination game for them. Pitch to Beniquez. Base hit right field. Downing will score. Sheridan picks it up. White should have had it. Carew doesn't want to make the error, and it's 1-0 Angels. And that'll bring up Doug DeCinces at 243, 21 homers, and 75 RBI. So runners on the corners. And the Angels trying to get this done tonight. They went into D. Scott Howard's private stash to steal the champagne. Other substances were left intact. Pitch to DeCinces. He drops one down. This is going to be a throw to first. Beniquez goes to second. Carew will not score. They won't do it. Royals, why not make it interesting? Well, here's Bobby Grinch. Bobby Grinch can make this interesting in a hurry. He's at 265, 13 homers, 67 RBI. And he walked them. And they're loaded for Reggie. And there's no place to put him. He's hitting 256, 27 homers, 87 RBI. And the bases are loaded, and Jackson has 2 grannies on the year already. So Mr. October, on the second night of October, has a chance to possibly make this a reuniting and put this on ice already. Black deals. Reggie up the middle. Black boots it, and everybody's safe. It's off his glove. And although that's not an RBI, it is now 2-0 California. So here's Pettis Gary at 250, no homers and 27 RBI. And Dick Hauser is pacing back and forth in the Kansas City dugout. This is not what the Royals needed. Benitez on third, Grinch on second, Jackson on first. Wow, indeed. Yes. You know what, Dave, with the Queen passing away yesterday, Reggie tweeted that out. I have an alibi. It finally wasn't me. True story. So here we go. Bases loaded. 1 out. 2-0 Angels. Pitch to Pennant. Gary swings into right field. Sheridan will pick it up. And it's now 3-0 for Schofield. Now, who have I got? You can't go with Saberhagen or Gubaza. Danny Jackson would go if tomorrow. Well, Danny Jackson's going to go. And you can't go with Charlie Liebrand because he's the one that got hammered. It is Mike Jones, you would think, if we need to go there. And Jamie Farr. It would be Farr first and then Jones. But now you got to think about it because Kansas City can't, like Parker Lewis, he just can't lose. They could get Leonard, Heisman, and Quisenberry, so there's plenty of arms, but you don't really want to start piecing this together in the first inning. Why are we... Okay, that's enough of that. I don't know why it keeps highlighting Mr. Protractor as returning chatter. It's great that he is. So they're loaded for Schofield. 212, 11 homers, and 53 RBI. And he does have a grand slam. Black's pitch. Struck him out. So there's 2 out. He swung on. He went for the downs on that full count fastball. And there's 2 away for Boone. Bob at 232. 3 homers and 40 RBI. Remember, the Royals yesterday, after California scored 4, came out firing. And so it is certainly not a done deal. Black's pitch. It to Black. Goes towards third. Throws to first. And the Angels leave him loaded. But 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. We go to the bottom of the first on a rainy night in Missouri. 3-0 Angels. So Ron Romanek, who hears the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep, is spotted to a big lead as he's trying to pitch the Angels back to the playoffs for the first time since 1982. This is his last start. He's not pitched well in September, 2-2 with a 5.10 ERA. Overall, however, 13-10, a 3.54 ERA. He's a fastball pitcher at 85 and does not favor the ground nor the fly ball. 4th start against Kansas City in 3 prior starts, 20 innings, 20 hits, 7 runs all earned. He's walked 4, struck out 5. But more importantly for the Angels, 2-1 with a 3.15 ERA. His last start was against the White Sox. They beat him 5-1. He went 8 innings. This was on the 25th. So he's had a full week's rest. 126 pitches, 13 hits, 5 runs all earned, 2 homers, and he struck out 4. So Romanek, who only threw 195 innings, 226 in the third, 229 hits, 98 runs, 89 earned, 28 homers, and Kansas City, by the way, does have some power. He has walked 68 while striking out 73. So this will be the lineup he'll face. Lonnie Smith in left leads off. Willie Wilson batting second will play center field. This looks pretty much like last night's lineup. George Brett at third will bat third. George Orta cleans up the DH. Frank White at second goes fifth. Balboni at first, sixth. Sheridan, the one change from last night, not Moreno, is in right. He'll bat seventh. Sundberg behind the plate goes eighth. And Buddy Biancalana at short will bat ninth. Bud Black, by the way, threw 44 pitches. This is not what Kansas City needed at all in his half of the first. Ryan Downing is a 7 and a 3 in left. Gary Pettis is a 9 and a 9 in center. Juan Benica is a 3 and a 9 in right. DeCinces a 5 at third. Schofield a 7 at short. Grinch an 8 at second. Carew a 4 at first. Boone a 6 and an 8 behind the plate. And Romanek, who was the only change defensively for the Angels, is a 3 with a .966 fielding percentage. Again, today I'm doing Kansas City. If the Royals win, I will play as California Sunday. Smith at 260, 6 homers, and 51 RBI. Romanek starts his night with a ground ball to first. Carew says, "How do you do?" 1 away. The Angels will be able to get 50 pitches if needed out of Donnie Moore. Remember, he had to come in and induce the double play last night. So Holland is on full rest. Corbett is on full rest. Lugo can throw as many as 80 pitches. Slayton and Smith if they need to. So they won't use Clyburn and they can't use Sanchez. Wilson at 266, 4 homers and 45 RBI. Right field, Beniquez, 2 out. George Brett, who's had an MVP year at 319, 38 homers, and 105 RBI. Draws the walk. And as you say in softball, a walk is as good as a hit. Here's George Orta, 252, no homers, and 33 RBI. So hopefully you're having a good day. 76 and sunny here in town today, by the way. Romanek deals, Orta swings, ground ball to third. DeCinces will go to first to get Orta. And after 1, it's the Angels 3, the Royals nothing. So Black has already been through the lineup once. He threw 44 pitches, 1 inning, 3 hits. Only 1 of the 3 runs was earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 1. Downing walked and scored to start the ball game. Todd, California wins this one. Or if we need to on Sunday, they've won the division. They hung on for a tough 8-4 win yesterday. The Royals are 3 down with 5 to go. Right? Or 4 down. Oops. Downing swings. That's into left center field for extra bases, and Bryan's got his 25th double of the year. So the lead is 4 with 4 to go. If the Royals win this one, we'll go Sunday for the last of the 4-game set. Kansas City in real life, by the way, won the Wednesday and Thursday games. If the Royals win the next 2, then Tuesday we'll start doing the elimination dance between the Kansas City and Oakland from Kansas City, and California goes down to Arlington to play the Rangers. But simple as this, if the Angels hang on for another 24 outs, they win the division. Carew doubled and scored his first time up. Got him. He swung on and missed the 0-2 fastball, 1 out. Here's Beniquez. Juan singled, scored, and drove in a run. And that will do it for Black. That's into left field. Lonnie Smith will pick it up. What's Downing going to do? Hold it third, but Kansas City can't get any further behind. And so Bud Black's day is done. Did Autry ride in from California? Rudolph's even here if they win the division. So they've got to go with Steve Farr. 14th appearance for Steve. He is 2-3 with a 2.02 ERA. His second appearance against the Angels. And I'm assuming that we're just going to talk about last night's... Yeah, he was ejected last night. And that 8-4 loss. Inning and 2/3, 19 pitches and a strikeout. They need all 70 pitches from him. 35 and 2/3, 27 hits, 8 runs, all earned, 2 homers, 12 walks, and 37 strikeouts. And so they get all of 4 outs from Bud Black in a game they must win. That 8-ball is looming now half the size of the Empire State Building. DeCinces sacrificed his first time up. Runners on the corners, 1 out. It is almost a bridge too far. Yes. So Steve's pitch, DeCinces pops it up left side. They're going to get Downing out at third. Well, Downing will hold 2 out on the pile out to Brett. For Grinch, Bobby at 265, 13 homers, and 67 RBI. Runners go, ground ball to short. Biancalana can't play it. It's 4-0. That's the second error for the Royals. Biancalana went to put the glove down, and the ball had trickled through. That is the 3rd unearned run for the Angels today. And here's Reggie. It was 0 for 1 with an RBI. To first, Balboni will get there, and that will retire the side. But a costly inning as Bud Black is gone. The Angels get another run on 2 hits and an error. They've left on 5, but at the moment, they're up 4-0. So Romanek will face White, Balboni, and Sheridan. If you had a timeout in baseball, this is where you'd use it. Frank at 247, 24 homers, and 88 RBI. To short, Schofield. Diving, stop, throws to first, 1 out. Crowd wanted it to be safe, but no dice. Here's Balboni, Steve at 240, 32 homers, 88 RBI. If this result holds, Game 1 Tuesday night, Angels and Blue Jays from Toronto. The Dodgers and St. Louis would start Wednesday. If the Royals come back, we'll see us Sunday at noon. Popped up. Left side. Downing and DeCinces. It's Doug. 2 out. Here's Sheridan, 280, 2 homers, and 25 RBI. Line drive to Schofield, and that's the side in order. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the 3rd here in Kansas City. The rain is stopped, by the way. 4-0 Angels. So the wind is howling out there to the left at 19, and it's 59 degrees. Pettis singled and drove home a run in the first. And to right, Sheridan, 1 out. So far, Farr has pitched well. Here's Schofield. He struck out his first time up. He won't this time. That's a bounder over Balboni in the right field for a single. So for the Angels, that's their 6th hit. Here's Boone. Bob is 0 for 1 Base hit right field. And again, the Royals are kind of running out of pitchers here. Schofield will hold at second. First and second. One out for Downing, who has a double, has walked, is 1 for 1, and he has scored twice. Both in the first and the second. Zalapsky Smurf getting his notes ready for the Angels. Downing swings into left field. That is well hit, but Lonnie Smith will track it down for the out. Schofield tags and will hold. 2 out for Carew, who has doubled. He's 1 for 2. He has scored and struck out in the second. Runners go. Chopper to third. Brett goes to second for the easy out there, and that will retire the side. If there's a silver lining for the Royals after 2.5, no runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Angels, it's that California has left 7 on. But they lead 4-0. So here's Sunbird, Biancalana, and Smith. Jim is at 229, 11 homers, and 44 RBI. Chopper to Carew. Underhands it to Romantic. 1 out. Biancalana at 188. No homers and 4 RBI. And that's the first hit of the game. That's in the right field. So Kansas City has a base runner. Benitez should have gotten there, but he did not. So a 1-out single for Lonnie Smith, who's 0 for 1. Romantic, 33 pitches, his opening 9. 2 1/3. A hit and a walk. Biancalana is not going to steal, and Smith can't bunt. Throw to first, and Biancalana is still not going to steal. Struck him out. Lonnie waved at an 0-2 fastball. 2 out. Brings up Willie Wilson, who's 0 for 1. Romantic might have to ask for more time off from high school for the playoffs. You think? Todd, that's funny. So, if that's the case, would his girlfriend be upset if he swapped her class ring for a World Series ring? Just saying. Pitch to Wilson. Ground ball to short. Schofield goes to first. Willie can run. He is out on a bang-banger. Wilson says something to no avail. How you doing, Matt? After 3, no runs. The Royals finally get a hit, no errors. It's the Angels 4, the Royals nothing. So Benitez, DeCinces, and Grinch to face Steve Farr. Benitez has singled twice, driven in a run, and scored. The Angels, with a win, end it. Chopper, first base line. Balboni is foul. And now Farr is giving me the fatigue warning. Bud Black hammered for 4 runs. That's right. Yesterday we had the pitcher for Menudo. Today it's Jordan from the New Kids on the Block. Youth. It's now almost a gale out there. It's not raining, but if someone sends it in the left, the wind is blowing out at 26 miles an hour. Getting ready for vacation, and if the Angels get their way over the next 6 innings, we're getting ready for the playoffs. Pitch to Benitez. Into right, Sheridan should grab it. He does for the out. In fact, he makes a sliding catch against the warning track to make the catch 1 out. Here's DeCinces. He's 0 for 1. He also has a sack bunt. Yeah, the rest of the regular season is simmed as soon as this is all clinched. We should, we missed 2 weeks for COVID. and I took a week's vacation in July, and so we're already 3 weeks behind schedule as it is, and we went daily, 1 day at a time during the lockout. So, yeah, this replay's about a month to 5 weeks late as it is. I'm tired of feeding it sandwiches. Pitch to Sensei. Line drive right field. Sheridan will pick it up. So there's only 4 days left of the season, and there's no other races. This be it. Here's Grinch. He's walked. He's 0 for 1. And I got to remember to make slides earlier than 7 o'clock for an 8 o'clock game. And so if we start Tuesday, game 1 would be of the Angels and the Blue Jays at 8. Game 2 would be Wednesday at noon. And game 1 of the Cardinal-Dodger series would be 1 o'clock or 8 o'clock Wednesday night. Yeah, I haven't fished in a while, but yes, I'm due to have a couple days at the lake. Pitch to Grinch. Struck him out. So 1-2 fastball at 98 looking, and that'll bring up Reggie, who has been absolved of any foul play in Scotland yesterday. Reggie is 0 for 2 with an RBI. Struck him out, so Farr does his job. No runs, a hit, no errors. After 3.5, Angels 4, the Royals nothing. Matt is playing 2016 Stratomatic football. Patriots and Steelers tied 3 late in the first. No. Any chance we'll see a Bob Stanley career replay? If you and Demos throw me $1,000 maybe, because you two would be the only ones that would enjoy it. So everything else has all got X's for clinching. It's California. A win ends it. If you're looking towards the weekend, Texas and Oakland are pretty much about the same. California will go to Texas regardless, but Kansas City is home to Oakland. I'm amazed as we look at this how easy Toronto won the East. So here's Brett. He walked his first time up. Romantic starts the 4th with another walk. So Brett has walked twice. Here's Orta. He's 0 for 1. Brett can steal. Let's see what Romantic does. He goes home. And there's a base hit into right field. Beniquez will pick it up, and the Royals finally got something cooking here in the 4th. So here's White. Frank is 0 for 1. Brett on second, Orta on first. This is not a done deal yet. As long as they have outs, they have life. Yes, Naked Gun was the Queen's greatest movie performance. And I thought she looked like a great Freddie Mercury, didn't you? Pitch to White. Into left field. That's not going to help KC at all. Downing moves over for the out. Brett will tag and hold. So 1 out for Balboni, who is 0 for 1. 4-0 Angels, bottom of the 4th. Balboni might be 2. Romantic. Grinch for 1. Bobby throws to first, and it's a 1-4-3 double play. He's through it. The Royals threaten but do not score. No runs, a hit. They leave their 3rd runner on. We go to the 5th, and it's 4-0 Angels. I think everyone left the game early, is out shopping Friday at 12:30, and I think they must be giving stuff away, nowhere to park. All the Bills fans have hangovers from last night. Here's Gary Pettis, 1 for 2. Single, drove in a run. His 28th. Farr has done exactly what Dick Hauser needed him to do. Pitch to Pettis. Got him. Swung on and missed the 0-2 curve. So 1 out for Schofield. Dick 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Or are you in a part of the country where we're going to be doing some college football tailgating tomorrow? Pitch to Schofield. There's a ground ball, base hit left side. Biancalana couldn't get there, and that's the 9th hit for California. Here's Boone. Robert is 1 for 2 with a single. Sundberg goes out to talk to Farr. Steve delivers. Runner goes. The throw down to White is in time. So it's a Red Sox double play. A strike him out, throw him out of fair. And the score remains halfway home. It's the Angels 4, the Royals nothing. We'll be back. Well, if you joined us late, here's how we got here. It's pretty simple. The Angels hold on to this 4-0 lead. They have will end the regular season as they get the 4th golden ticket from Willy Wonka and will win the American League West. Kansas City has 15 outs to change their fortune. And here's how the Angels got here. Juan Beniquez singled to score Brian Downing in the first, 1-0. Reggie Jackson, who did not kill the Queen, hit a fielder's choice to make it 2-0, and Gary Pettis singled to score Juan Beniquez to make it 3-0. Then following in the second, Bobby Grinch, a fielder's choice, following an error, and it is 4-0 California. So Bud Black did not pitch well. He gave up 3 unearned runs in his inning and a third and threw 51 pitches. But you had to get him out of there, and that was a smart move. A rare one by me, as Steve Farr has thrown 3 2/3 of scoreless baseball. He's given up 4 hits and struck out 4, but has kept the Royals within a shout. Meanwhile, Ron Romanek has left, homecoming day at Walla Walla High School to throw a 2-hitter through 4, walking 2 and striking out 1. He is 3 outs away from being able to claim, if they win this game, that he pitched a pennant clincher. In his way, in the 5th, Sheridan, Sundberg, and Biancalana, Pat is 0 for 1. And if you're wondering if I'll sub for Biancalana, he's got one of the 2 hits. Have I had a triple play in action? You had one the other night, Todd says. Maybe 1, maybe 2. I don't know if I've ever streamed one or not. It's rare. Pitch to Sheridan. There's a ground ball to Romanek, first base side, throws to first, 1 out. I've had several in APA. And of course, in Strat, you're going to line out Max. And that can be fun. Here's Sundberg. He's 0 for 1. So who turned the triple play? Pitch to Jim. Into right center. Pettis coming in. Makes the catch. 2 out for Buddy, who has one of the 2 Royal hits. He is 1 for 1. And he walked him. That's his 3rd walk. So Romanek 4 2/3, 69 pitches, 2 hits. No runs. He's walked 3 and struck out 1. Lonnie Smith is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Ground ball is short. Schofield goes across the way, and Lonnie thought he was going to go to second, so he lollygagged down there, and that'll do it. So Romanek has a 2-hitter through 5. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 6th, 4-0 Angels. Yount and his 82 Brewer brothers. Nice. So that's it for Farr. What do I do here? We'll go with Dennis Leonard. Leonard, in real life, 2 innings, a hit, and a strikeout. He pitched on the 18th. He faced retired 1 batter against Seattle. He's 34. He's at the end of his career. Fastball at 87 and a standard pitcher. He's a 1 on the mound with no fielding percentage, and he really is just trying to bridge the gap to get to Quisenberry, who needs to hold on for dear life. But Steve Farr did his best. By the way, the wind's now at 32 out to left. Tie down small children time, and it's 52 degrees. You'd think the Chiefs are playing next door. Downing is 1 for 2. He's got a double. He has scored twice and walked. Struck him out. Swing and a miss on the fastball on a 1-2. 1 out for Carew, who was 1 for 3. A double, a run scored, and a strikeout. I saw the batting average there. Ball 4. Carew draws the walk. Here's Benitez. 2 for 3. Singled twice. RBI, run scored. Sundberg says, just do that. Just throw something. Benitez says, I'll do that. That's to left, and Lonnie's there. Does he make the catch? He's diving. No. It gets away from him as Carew will hold at second. Benitez has a single. And now there's 1 out. And I got to yank him. Here's a show topic. Rare accomplishments. Triple plays, perfect game, 80-plus points. Lemieux, 5 goals in 5 different ways. Oh. Well, it's Mike Jones, the lefty. He will make a start on the 6th, so we could see him again. 1-1, a 2.83 ERA. 4th appearance against the Angels, 3 2/3, a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Leonard, we hope to get 1 inning out of. And they got 1 out instead. He hasn't pitched since the 28th, an inning and a third against the Twins in a 6-4 loss, 20 pitches and a strikeout. 54 innings, 43 hits, 18 runs, 17 earned, 3 homers. He has walked 30 while striking out 28. So first and second, 1 out. And Quisenberry will be the next out of the chute. All right, John, playoffs, if the Angels win, starts Tuesday night at 8. And have a great weekend, John. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your sub. The Sensei has a single. He's 1 for 2. Struck him out. 2-2 at the belt. 2 out for Grinch, who has walked and struck out. He's 0 for 2. The Angels, if there's a saving grace for the Royals, have left on 8. All right, we'll see you Tuesday. Hopefully Tuesday. Pitch to Grinch. Bobby swings right field. Sheridan running over into foul territory. Makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, a hit. The Angels are now left on 10. After 5.5, it's still 4-0. So Wilson, Brett, and Orta to face Romanek here in the 6th. Ron, plenty of pitches. Ground ball over the mound, a base hit. George Brett hasn't taken the bat off the shoulder. He's walked twice. Wilson not going to steal here. And it's a balk. Romanek is called with a balk. And so Wilson moves to second. And Kansas City has a runner in scoring position. Romanek says a few words like gee willikers and golly. But the home plate umpire isn't interested. You got to stop, my son. And the next thing they're going to teach Ron to do is parallel park. Pitch to Brett. Base hit left field. Wilson around third. Downing should throw home. But Wilson isn't going to risk it. That was pretty shallow. First and third for Orta in a 4-0 game. Here in the 6th, here come the Royals. And you don't think those 10 left on base is going to hurt for the Angels. Boone goes out to settle down his pitcher. Romantic, deep breath. Up the middle, should be 2. Schofield. Grinch for 1. Carew for 2. So they'll trade 2 outs for the run. Wilson scores, and it's 4-1 Angels. So Lapsky Smurf had Kareem score 87 in 1971 Action PC. So he obviously would have been with Milwaukee. Who did he put 87 on? So nobody on for White. Frank is 0 for 2. Ground ball right side, base hit. So Romantic showing a little fatigue. He's logged a lot of innings on his arm, 232. 2 out for Balboni, who is 0 for 2. 4-1, the Royals are finally on the board here in the bottom of the 6th. Base hit, left field, Downing cuts it off. White will try for third. They're going to run on Downing's arm. The throw to third is not in time. So now Sheridan is the tying run. He's 0 for 2. It's 4-1 here in the 6th, 2 out. And if you care, Kareem got his 87 against the Buffalo Braves. Wow. So White on third, Balboni on first, Sheridan to make this interesting. Romantic deals. Ground ball up the middle. Schofield takes it to the bag himself, and the Royals get 1. That's it. They had their chances. They've now left on 6. They get 4 hits, 1 run, and no errors. And we go to the 7th. It is California 4, Kansas City 1. And so Reggie's going to bat here. He's 0 for 3. He has struck out and drove in a run. Reggie wants to soak all this up. Right field. Sheridan. Well struck. Mr. October strikes again. 5-1. Reggie has got a handful of nails and a hammer in his mouth to nail that coffin shut. That's his 28th of the year. And it's a 4-run lead again. Let's see if we get a game freeze. Nope, we're going to see this one. Jackson claps his hands and slow trots around. And if Mark Jones wants to throw at him, that's fine. So a leadoff homer for Reggie here in the 7th. Makes it 5-1. Here's Pettis, 1 for 3. He has singled, struck out, and driven in a run. Ground ball to second. White, 1 out. Here's Schofield. Dick is 2 for 3. He has singled twice and struck out. Base hit left field. Smith will pick it up. And Schofield is 3 for 4. Here's Boone, 1 for 3. Dick Hauser just kind of looking morose in the Kansas City dugout. Pitch to Bob. That's a base hit. And Sheridan will pick it up. And the Angels have just kept their foot on the throttle. Although I'm looking at batting averages, he'll face Brian Downing. Brian 1 for 3, a double, a walk, a strikeout, and 2 runs scored. In real life, the Royals only won 91 games. George says that ought to do it. Thanks, Todd. California might match that number. If they win today, it's 88. First and second, 1 out here in the 7th. Fly ball left field. Smith, 2 out. Schofield tags. Tries for third. The throw is a good one, and they don't get him. So Carew has runners on first and third, 2 out. 5 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Angels. They've left on 10. The Royals are run on 6 hits and the 2 errors, and they were both costly. They've left on 6. Carew, ground ball. Biancalana takes it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Stretch time 5-1. And so the Angels are 9 outs away. Sundberg, Biancalana, again, Buddy has a hit. And Smith to face Romantic here in the 7th. Sundberg is 0 for 2. Romantic, if he breezes through, could go 8. But it's looking more and more like he's going to get a playoff start. To Grinch, 1 out. Biancalana has a single and a walk. They haven't retired him yet. To Schofield, on the dirt, over to Carew, 2 out. So here's Lonnie Smith. Lonnie is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Romantic, 6 2/3, 105 pitches. 27 batters, 6 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 2. And on the big stage, Romantic will get the attention. Be nice, Tribe fan, if we had less Ks. I don't think after the first week anyone's going to care about the pitch clock. That's just my opinion. Lonnie in the left field will hit, and that ball is foul. That hooked the wrong way. A 3-1 fastball, a changeup, that was drilled to left, but as is Kansas City's luck, pulled foul. So the count is full. I think it's so that there's a less of a chance for the runner to get hurt for the bigger bases. I think that goes back to Bryce Harper injuring himself on first base in the 18, whatever year I covered the 17th season, when I covered the Nationals. So full count to Smith. Second verse, same as the first, and someone else gets a souvenir. No, he made the catch. How about that? So this time Downing got it, and that'll do. So no runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the 8th. It's 5-1 California. So Beniquez, DeCinces, and Grinch. Juan has had himself a day. 3 for 4, an RBI, and a run scored. Mike Jones in his second inning of work. Beniquez hit singles into right. And for Juan, that's his 4th hit today. He's 4 for 5. So Doug DeCinces 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. I imagine we'll go with Tudor and Valenzuela in Game 1 of the National League Championship Series. John Tudor, a 27-game winner. DeCinces in the left center. Wilson going back. Fights the wind, makes the catch. Beniquez heads back. So 1 out for Grinch, who's 0 for 3. He has walked and struck out. Got him. 2 out, swung on and missed a full count fastball. This 4-game set in real life, which the Royals took 3 out of 4, all 4 games were played under 2 hours and 20 minutes. Here's Reggie. Reggie homered in the 7th, his 28th of the replay. He is 1 for 4. He has scored and will be on QVC tomorrow selling AL West Championship stuff. Pitch to Reggie. He draws the walk. And with Pettis at the plate, they really have no choice. Quisenberry needs to haul this at 5-1. Is there a way to preserve wood for Game 1 if California wins today? It's whatever goes through. No, because we're just going to quick sim it. We'll take a look. This being Wednesday, you might be looking at the Game 1 starter and Romantic. Pettis is 1 for 4. Quisenberry, 60th appearance, 9 and 12, 26 saves, an earned run average of 321. Against the Angels, 4th appearance, 7 and 2/3, 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, a walk, 2 strikeouts, a win and a loss, and a 2.35 ERA. Pitched 2 nights ago against the Angels in a 4-3 win, 3 and 2/3, 55 pitches, 3 hits and a walk, 98 innings, 109 hits, 38 runs, 35 earned, 5 homers. He's walked 14 and struck out 39. I think because of the way the Action PC works, they don't do well with pitchers on 3 days rest. So you probably benefit, if you're rooting for the Angels, to have Witt go in Game 3, the first one in California, because that would save him for a possible Game 7 in Toronto, if this result holds. Pitch to Pettis is 1 for 4. Gary dribbles this to first. Balboni, and that will retire the side, but the Angels don't keep on hitting. They've left on 14. This one should have been over a while ago. Still got a chance. Bottom 8, 5-1. So Wilson, Brett, and order. And if Romantic gets in trouble here, I will override the computer, because the computer, I'm not sure, realizes, it knows that there's an X that's coming up for California. But you would manage this a little different. Romantic, if he wins, will win his 14th. Wilson 1 for 3. Wilson 2 for 4. Ground ball single. And remember, Donnie Moore only faced the 1 batter yesterday, so he could lock the door. Here's Brett. We'll give him Brett. He singled and walked twice. 5-1. Royals want us to stream Sunday. And he walked him. And if the computer doesn't pull him, I'm gonna. Yeah, we're done. So The Angels aren't fooling around. It's Donnie Moore. Donnie trying to lock down possibly his 40th save of the year. In 65 appearances, 96 innings, 9-6 the record, 39 saves. An earned run average of 2.53. Fastball at 88, ground ball plus pitcher. Against the Royals, his 6th appearance, 7 1/3, 9 hits, 4 runs all earned, a walk and 5 strikeouts, with 3 saves. He has pitched twice in this series, 3 2/3 on the 30th, and induced a double play last night to get his 39th save. So, as we said, 96 innings, 97 hits, 29 runs, 27 earned, 9 homers, 26 walks, and 67 strikeouts. 31, fastball at 88, ground ball plus pitcher. Orta at the plate, and I should pinch hit because I can. Runners on first and second. Hal McRae, technically a pinch hitter, 269, 19 homers, and 52 RBI. So the wheels are turning in both dugouts. The Angels need 6 outs. Left field, Downing, 1 out. Wilson goes back. Is he going to tag? No. Throw goes into third. So 1 out for White. Frank is 1 for 3. Line drive to Grinch. And everybody's back. 2 out. For Balboni, we're going to make it a 5-4 game. He's 1 for 3. Struck him out. And the Angels need 3 outs. Balboni was crossed up. And we go to the 9th. No runs, a hit, no errors. The Royals have left on 8. We go to the 9th, 5-1 Angels. So Schofield, Boone, and Downing to face Quisenberry. Popped up, right side, Sheridan, 1 out. So Schofield 3 for 5. Again, the rain, it is cold. It is Chiefs weather. It's 49 degrees. The wind's blowing out to left at 32. Boone is 2 for 4. Bob is singled twice and struck out. Base hit right field. For the Royals, Sheridan, Sundberg, and Biancalana are due up. They need 4 at this point to tie and 5 to win. Here's Downing. Doubled, scored twice, walked, and struck out. Kansas City's pen is going to be a huge mess if they come back to win this because Bud Black only retired 4 batters. He started the game. Snap throw to first, and Boone is laughing. Ball 1. Downing, right field. Sheridan, 2 out. So Rod Carew, who gets a pretty good hand here. I think the Royals know, the Royals fans is going to give him, be polite. Rod has a double. He's 1 for 4. He has scored, walked, and struck out. And he'll draw the walk. Here's Beniquez. Juan is 4 for 5. Has singled 4 times, driven in a run, and scored. Runners on first and second. Beniquez gets his 5th hit. That's in the gap. Boone will round third. Maybe. They're going to try for it. Here's the play at the plate. 6-1. Carew goes to third. Beniquez goes to second. That's 5 hits for Juan. DeCinces is 1 for 4 with a strikeout. I think it's pretty safe to say, Mr. Smurf, that you better bone up on your Angels. Daryl Miller is going to pinch hit. Miller, 377. 4 homers, 11 RBI. And we're walking him. So 2 out, they're loaded for Grinch, who is 0 for 4. He has walked once and struck out twice. So now the Royals need 5 to tie. Quisenberry delivers, liner to center field. Wilson makes the catch to retire the side. But the Angels, my goodness gracious, they left on 17. They're up 6-1, bottom 9. So Moore to face Sheridan. Maybe righty. Lynn Jones is a pinch hitter, 260 and 4 RBI, 226, no homers, and 11 RBI. 5 to tie, 6 to force a stream Sunday. Schofield. 1 out. You can't allow Beniquez to get 5 hits. Can't imagine in his career he had that many 5-hit games. Here's Sundberg. 0 for 3. The executive producer of Baseball on Retro Sports Network is Emily the Cat. Promotional fees provided by the Coca-Cola Company and by Crew Coffee. Pitch to Sundberg. Fly ball left field. Downing in the corner. And that ball is caught! Downing caught it in the stands. 2 out. All baseball is presented on Retro Sports Network by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So the Angels are in the top step. They will pinch hit for Bianca Lana. And we're down to Jamie Quirk, who's 3 for 4 as a pinch hitter. Overall, hitting .383 and 2 RBI. Donnie Moore has retired all 5 batters. And Quirk walks, so the band plays on a little bit. Lonnie Smith is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Daryl Miller, by the way, is at 30. He's a 1, which is not a Stratomatic 1. 2 out, bottom of the 9th. The Angels can taste it. Pitch to Lonnie. Struck him out, and the Angels have won the West. The Wild Wild West comes up Southern California. They dogpile on Donnie Moore. The Angels win 6-1. 6 runs, 16 hits for the Angels. They left on 17. Kansas City a run on 7 hits and 2 errors. And our Digital Dice player of the game actually goes to Juan Beniquez, 5 for 6 with 2 RBI. Romantic goes to 14 and 10, 4 walks and a strikeout over 7. And you can just see Kansas City just, for the last 2 days, just really struggled. And Quisenberry was a minus. All right, so let's do something different here. The rest of the day in baseball really isn't that important now. So Dodgers starters. They can go with Fernando. So it'll be Fernando Valenzuela in Game 1 of the National League Championship Series. Hershiser would go game 2, Royce game 3, and I suppose you could go with Welch in game 4. So just as you see it, Fernando, Hershiser, Royce, and Welch, the 4 starters that Tommy Lasorda has just named. St. Louis will go with Tudor. So it'll be Tudor, Cox, and Andujar, because somehow Andujar had to pitch the last game of the season against the Cubs. So John Tudor gets one more start. He could be a 28-game winner. So Tudor, Cox, and Andujar, and then Bob Forsch in the game 4. So those are your front 4 for the Cardinals. Now, you ready, Zalapsky? Dave Stieb, and then Jimmy Key, Doyle Alexander, and Jim Clancy. Stieb, Key, Alexander, and Clancy. So Stieb, Key in game 2. No, can't go because Key won't have enough rest. So it'll be Stieb. Look at Stieb's record. He's 22-8. And he'll be on full rest. So Stieb, Key, Alexander, who's a 20-game winner, but had to pitch Saturday in real life to beat the Yankees. So, as played the rest of the way. And Clancy, who was woefully short on pitches every time. And for California, they went with Witt right at the very end. So it'll be, wow, it's going to be Romanek in game 1. Wow. McCaskill in 2, Witt in 3, and Slayton can pitch game 1. So Slayton, Romanek, Witt, and McCaskill. So Jim Slayton, you got a big advantage here against Dave Stieb Tuesday night from Toronto. Game 1. Congratulations. So the Angels... No, there's some flaws there. Good luck with the playoffs. You're on vacation. We'll watch reruns. Well, we're in prime time a lot, too. So Game 1 is next Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. So Jim Slayton versus Dave Stieb. And so for the third time in 4 years, the second time in 4 years, the Angels make the playoffs because they won the division as they did in real life. All right, we'll quick send the rest of the regular season. Thank you so much for all your support over the last 9 months. The playoffs start in Toronto. It's the Angels and the Blue Jays, Game 1 Tuesday at 8, Game 2 Wednesday at noon Eastern. Until then, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great one, everybody. So long.